Hello, welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, where I just accidentally pressed the F key because I played Star Citizen and uses on the F key instead of the E key there. My mistake. Let's let that save again. Alright. Anyway, in the last episode we took care of an Asian vampire that was trying to spy on people here, and then a warehouse exploded. We might have had something to do with it. I mean, we got in there undetected and left undetected, but there were a few dead Sabbat in outlying buildings that probably didn't die in the explosion. Also, some people on the way there died beforehand and so, but anyway, I just wanted to take a quick look at the apartment and see if anything's going on back there. So give me a second to go back there. Anything going on here? No. Also nothing with the plant. Huh. Weird. Television. What's up?
Murder, murder, murder. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island has scientists scratching their heads. Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus, though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. An update on the Elizabeth Dane. The ghost ship was towed into county waters off the port of LA, where police are searching for evidence of the crew and whether the ship was being used in drug or terrorist
The White King moves to protect his pawn.
Coast Guard search parties are still patrolling the area where the Dane was first spotted, though the fate of the crew is still unknown. Art criticism or vandalism? Paintings on display at Santa Monica's Gallery Noir were slashed by an intruder who evaded capture by security. The paintings were estimated to be worth nearly $250,000. They were to be auctioned in a charity event tomorrow night. Our top story tonight, a derelict ship found floating 10 miles off the Los Angeles coast earlier this morning was towed into the port of Los Angeles a few hours ago. The ship was spotted around midnight by fishermen who contacted the Coast Guard after their attempts to hail the ship proved futile. Coast Guard...
Alright. Well, apparently they're not talking about about a warehouse that went up in ashes. At least not yet. Maybe at some point. All right, we should go downtown.
Of the Atlantic, dark, dreaming, sleeping.
We should go downtown and tell LaCroix that we dealt with things here. There's a taxi here. Sir?
Where to?
Change my scene. Jeez. Didn't have to swing so hard.
Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick. Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth.
I want its teeth.
Camarilla fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
Who are you talking to?
Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah.
3 of us.
What are you gonna do? Shoot us? This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with a Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
What happened to 1 through 8?
Same thing that happens to a lot of anarchs, Malk. But you already know that somehow, don't you? Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
Your face is familiar. Do you have your own cereal?
Kid, I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I like stories.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Alright, a new area downtown. We'll only get jumped at while getting to this area the first time, so... But since we're right next to LaCroix's huge tower here, let's actually go and pay him a visit. Sir? That's the same guy that was guarding the art exhibit a few episodes ago. We didn't interact with him there in any way, but if you do, he remembers it.
You look familiar, Chief. We haven't met before, have we? Oh, yeah, back in Santa Monica, right? Whew, I don't know what came over me back there, but now I got this sweet night shift position, and I'm happier than the time I met Supowitz. Well, enough about my lucky break. You, here to see one of the bigwigs, Chief?
Yeah, send me to the top of the ivory tower, quickly.
I'd love to buzz you up, but according to Building Security Protocol 916, I'm gonna have to verify you're supposed to be here before I can open the elevator. I hate to be a Louis Law, but I'm new here, and you don't get a second chance like this every day.
Louis, the name I seek is LaCroix.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
Sebastian LaCroix.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
Wise.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. You need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
I'm no longer here. Alright. Penthouse. Oof.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Boom.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Bloody Mercury, Two Faces, Diner Assassins, Wolf People.
Yes, I'm sure it was quite an experience. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing, the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
When you say jump, I say, where's the cliff?
Excellent. Were you by chance in the military at all? I was an officer myself, actually, in Napoleon's ranks. There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
Oh, you hear them too? I mean, continue.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
Help me understand.
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
More than you know.
Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He wants me to find the last round in his field of massive rectangles.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine.
I love humoring. I'm there.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Done is good. Alright then, let's head on over and try and find the Anarch community. So, which direction do we need to go in order to find them? That's a pretty interesting question right there. Okay. Was that a church or a nightclub that looks like a church? I actually think it's the latter one of those. There's some more apartments over there, a hotel. And it appears like we've reached the end of this particular road. So let's check out the other side. Hey.
Player, what's the score? How they hang? Good evening and all that commotion. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mac, the only store for all your needs after 10 o'clock. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause I know I got a weight problem, I just don't give a fuck.
Oh. Fat man, I'm powerless from resisting your Baxar mobile. Delight me.
Oh man, you been feeding on that rock kid? Nah, brother. I don't sell none of that no more. You got some crazy eyes on you. Believe me, I don't have to see the freeze-dried ice cream to know a space cadet when I see one.
Fine. No feast of Ben Franklin's for the fat man tonight.
Yo, now hold on a sec, brother. Chill for a sec, alright? Let me just tell you what I got. You need jewelry for your woman? I got that. You got a neighbor with a baby? I got loud-ass stereos. You live downtown, I got firearms to make the NRA nervous.
Well, you have guns on my cold dead hands. Show me.
Yo, koala ears, lazy eye.
Yo. Also, you have clothing
here.
apparently.
Check it out. Step right up.
Truly a tool for madmen. Who else would attack fire with a blade? True.
Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle. This week only.
Well, let's buy the clothing at least.
Yo, I got dinosaur eggs. We don't know what
Let's
kind.
sell that.
I'm in hatch. Yo, koala ears, lazy eye hammocks and dwarf.
Not sure how I managed to
right
get two
here.
knives. I'm
I
gonna
got
sell one now.
dinosaur eggs. We don't know what
I also don't think
kind.
I'm gonna need the tie iron anytime soon.
Check it out. Step right up.
I also don't think I'm ever going to use a severed arm, so here, you can have a severed arm. Oh, you don't want to buy it?
Check it out.
That's a
Step
shame.
right up. Yo.
Your driver's license?
Lazy eye hammocks and dwarf saddles right here. Oh, check it out. Step
Alright,
right
Larry.
up.
What's fun?
Say now, brother. Seeing the kind of commando gear you been stocking up on, you ain't just using that stuff for keeping the neighbors away from your shit, is you?
Well, does what of it, fat man?
Wow. That's your business, okay. I just figured somebody with a shopping list like yours might be up for a little action, czar, alright?
Well, sell me your desires, fat man.
Yo, I need a hardcore, massively bionic, two-fisted Yojimbo for a supersized skull. Straight up $100 million movie gangster. You still with me?
I'm still standing here.
Yo, here's what's going down. I got a tip that the Chinatown Tone and some local boys are meet down at a nearby parking garage to carry out a business deal. Now, I can't tell you what they is exchanging, but let's just say a certain client of mine is ready to drop some Uncle Sam-sized bucks to acquire what's in briefcase number 1. You get it for me, I'ma not only give you a cut, but I'll roll out my special stock as well. Now, how that sound?
Well, the fat man gets the whole cake. I want a piece of it, a big piece.
Yo, man, why you gotta shake me down like that? If I hadn't just got my foot out of cash, I'd do it myself, but... yeah, it's got to be that way? Fine. You got a discount. But only after I get the briefcase.
I'm your action figurine.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Now, if you're the straight-out hard-boiled Terminator type, I'd suggest you buy some heavy firepower before you roll up to the parking garage. You need anything?
No. My greatest weapon is knowledge and laser beam eyes. Get back, sir. Also, I'm more the ninja kind of style guy. You know, not the Terminator. Alrighty, let's take a look around. What the hell is this? Wait a second. Got a riddle some time ago. Dark blood occurs to light this verse. Such power sensitive one so young. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. If that's not a burning mystical sun, I'm not entirely sure what is. Let's give it a whirl. Okay. Not sure what this is. There's a book, at least. Gargoyles, during the medieval conflict with the Demisic, Clan Temero delved further into secret blood magics and created a race of protectors known as Gargoyles. Since their inception, Gargoyles have been used as scouts, warriors, and sentries. Gargoyles are monsters, vampires by virtue of blood and flesh through which they were created. They're no more than the statues of other clans given a second chance to serve their Tremere creators. Fortunately, many have wrongly come to view their service as slavery and have fled their masters in search of some delusional utopia. Many escaped Gargoyles live in isolation, preferring solitude to even the company of their own kind. Homunculi, for the most menial and mindless task, many Tremere create what is called a homunculus. These are mindless creatures which take many forms, winged, many-legged, or otherwise. Homunculi are unfailingly loyal, but their appearance makes them a serious threat to break in the Masquerade. I see. Well, interesting read at least. Whoops. What the hell is this place? Hello?
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Yeah, we saw him at the hearing at the very beginning of the game. Blood magics and betrayal on the true king upon his throne.
Ah, a child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind?
The glass is cracked, but strangely clear.
There is truth in your words, neonate, more than you yet realize. Your madness allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond.
On your head an iron crown and the jester dances before you.
Souls draped
Be
in
cautious
rotten
when speaking of these
tatters and
visions.
father
Truth is rarely
returns
welcomed by
in
those who
the
cannot see it.
dark.
There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am.
Tell me your name, Wizard King.
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry holds mystery for me.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Regent is an opaque and shadowy.
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Well, reveal these mysteries, Wizard King.
I'm sorry, neonate. The secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
Well, then tell me of this dark city of angels.
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Money is rarely a gift of the schizophrenic.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Ah, a withered horse runs among us.
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Dirty blood is our doom.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Perhaps might I probe this problem of this pestilence?
Cemetery runoff
Interesting proposition.
congealing at
If
the
you succeed
door.
in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I shall do this deed.
Again, I recommend speaking with the anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
Well, I was trying to find it. Uncloud this Camarilla for me.
The Camarilla. It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
Alright, I'm no longer here.
Dry the corpse in the oven with peppers and fur.
Alright, we got that, I think, right? Right, okay. Then we can leave at least. Question is just how do we get out of here again? Fuck! Oh, I hate magic. I fucking hate this magic sanctuary. I don't want to fucking talk to... Oh, thank God. Alright, moving on. Also, I could use another drink if we happen to run into one. No, you stop. No, you stop. Stop it! Ah! Stop! That's stop sign. Ah! We found the last round, which apparently isn't a round building after all. It's all lies. Hey!
Well, well, looky who made it back in one piece. How's Santa Monica, kiddo?
Well, the lady was sad and beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a stroll on the beach. Said you scored a lot of skee-ball tickets down on the pier there?
Well, I whipped them on a wooden ball, but I procured no prize.
I can't imagine you did. Probably too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right?
Right as Red Rain.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive, huh? Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Politics.
Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer, keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. 'Cause Prince LaCroix said so.
You follow not the laws of a jester.
Kid, I never answered to no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a suit and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X in their name.
Okay. Why does the spider send this little fly to Santa Monica?
'Cause he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
But why would the jester hate this little fly?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So why has the spider killed this little fly?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Ventura born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
But why does the jester feel the shadow of Nines? Isn't he chief?
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in LA. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Well, even a jester may parade in the king's cloak.
The facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into the bullshit for any of their laws to be dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a play-nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board.
Well, explain this, everyone.
The free living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. What the hell that means? Anarchs. That's got a nice kick to it, though, huh? Yeah.
I seek knowledge of these anarchs, child of entropy.
That's us, so I'm told. What you want to know?
How long have they raged against the machine?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
Power is in knowing the past.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
But how to win such a Gordian game?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future.
Does Nines share your grisly visions?
You bet, kid.
So, is Nines the chief of the Anarch tribe?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain was wired for that shit.
And the rest of the wolves that run with Nines?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nines crew.
Well, what blood runs in your veins?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
May or minor gray matter.
Moving right along.
Tell me the secrets of the Sabbat.
Again? Does everything have to be about these dickheads?
Well, I just killed a whole bunch of them, but none of it does need to be.
The Sabbat are worthless, man. Fake tits on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. Like the Three Stooges with chainsaws.
What's their major malfunction?
The Sabbat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabbat have a little longer chain, but they're slaves all the same.
Well, I'm no longer here.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What errand does the prince have you running today, boy?
The jester plays his little games and sends his little pawn before him.
Jester? What? What the hell did you say? You're Malkavian, right? Oh, you doubly screwed. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Little pawn, you said? Yeah, you got that. Not as crazy as you.
Well, greetings, Helter Skelter.
Huh? Damn. Malkavians and ain't goddamn insight. That shit is creepy. Anyway, yeah. My name is Skelter. I do my part to keep California a free state for the anarchs.
Why do you curse the Camarilla?
The Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you?
Well, I know about 12 plagues and the calling of the Gilded Calf.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
Well, your words were truth like a well-fitted truss.
Right. See, we weren't meant to live like that. I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam, but it wasn't until after the embrace that I understood real oppression.
Tell me with entropy style, huh?
The anarchs, we are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend.
Does freedom come so hard to friends such as we?
You've got to understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel.
What curse do you speak of?
That blood is a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Your words are gelatinous jumble.
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it'll make you obey.
And how do I break these ancient chains?
That shit stretches all the way back to Cain, man. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you gon' feel that shit. Like it or not.
Do you speak of the Dark Father?
Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit.
Do you believe in such a bogeyman?
Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know.
I would offer him a worm-free apple, but where to go with these words?
The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla?
Well, I'm no longer here. Oh, that's nice.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
More.
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
So, the prince is not the head vampire.
LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due.
Well, let me hear your truth.
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
So the Camarilla's a sapling here.
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Well, meet with them. Baloney all around.
I got their meeting right here.
Cranberry sauce. Hotel Foxtrot.
So I take it you and the prince don't go golf on the weekends?
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
Well, the salt of the earth, mud under his nails, and manure for a brain.
The hell with you, then. You go on back to your tower. Say what you want about me, but not one of us in this bar is a no-good, two-faced, backstabbing, would-be tyrant like that son of a bitch LaCroix. He and his Camarilla are on borrowed time. You tell him Nines Rodriguez said so.
Well, time can also be spent and I've overpaid tonight. I'm gone.
Thought I told you to get back to your tower. Run along. I think LaCroix's shoes need polishing.
Sorry.
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
You're the damsel of distress, yes?
I'm damsel. Someone talking shit about me over in that ivory tower? Who said it, huh? I'll kick their ass.
Yeah, kicking them in the head would be more effective.
Lunatic. I'd give you a piece of my mind, seeing as how you're just another do-boy for the Camarilla. Shit. No amount of good sense penetrates that white noise you Malks call a brain, does it?
Well, seems like something's plaguing you.
What? Weird you say that, yeah. You might say something is plaguing me. A plague bearer, as a matter of fact.
Plague bearer? This word is unfamiliar to me.
A plague bearer's a thorn that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
So, can't you just shoo the dirty carrier pigeon away?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearers gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
Well, my neck certainly owes a debt to the Anarchs. What shall I do?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Well, I will touch this ghoul in his mind's secret places.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Alright, I'll spread my mind around the City of Angels. See your damn sail. Alright, apparently we pissed off Nines. I was trying not to, but he's probably also Bruja. Anyway, let's try and find a plague bearer in the next episode, but not today. We'll see you that next time. Have a good one.